Guess who's sick again, everybody? It's me. I was sick last month and I'm sick again, and I don't understand why I have to have the constitution of a Victorian orphan. But here we are. I have an exciting video that I couldn't wait to film, so we're just gonna do it a little sticky. And sorry if my voice sounds disgusting, because there's a lot of phlegm in there. It's the last two Bratz Fashion Pixiez that I will be purchasing. I won't be getting Lena, and it's not because I don't like her, it's because she doesn't fit in my display, like aesthetically. Super excited about these. I wasn't expecting them both to come on the same day. Which they did yesterday. Amazing. This one is from Amazon. I had to do some finagling to get her. I had pre-ordered her. They said she was being delivered the 14th of September. And then like she was up on Amazon and they were like, it'll be delivered Wednesday the 10th. And I was like, what about mine that I ordered 5 months ago? So I just canceled her and bought another one. This is the one I got. Pretty, she's pretty. I got really lucky with my screenings. And then Jade here. My Amazon Jade wasn't coming for weeks. 24th of September was her guaranteed delivery day. And I was shopping around and I found her on Target and they were like, oh, she'll arrive by Friday. So I said, absolutely yes, purchase. And then surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. She got delivered yesterday. So I've got my final girlies, and in this video today, we're gonna be opening these girlies, obviously taking a detailed look at them because that's one of my favorite things to do, okay? But then, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. We're gonna put them into the Cottagecore display that I have. And then finally, I'll rank them from my most favorite to my least favorite. And just looking at them, that is gonna be a challenging task because each and every one literally has so many details that I love. It's gonna be extremely difficult. But without any further ado, let's hop into the boxes. Initially, she was my favorite, so we're gonna save her for last. I don't know if she'll end up being my favorite in the end because I've literally been so impressed with every single one. But we've got Yasmin here. And seeing this Yasmin in person once again has exceeded my expectations from the stock photos. She's so pretty. The box looks as so. This is the classic Fashion Pixiez box, the one we've all come to know and love. It's the upside down trapezoid shape. I love it. Up at the corner here it says Bratz in a hollow. Over here it says Fashion Pixiez in a hollow. This one's like a swirly whirly pink and purple. There's like some butterfly motifs on it. I don't know. I just feel like the packaging like really sells the fantasy and I love that. The top, this is one of my favorite things. I throw the boxes away so like it's essentially useless. But it's just something so precious about that. It's got like a separate little butterfly thing here. You could pull that off and like make, I don't know, throw it in your junk journal, make something out of it. I don't know, I love it. I think it's great. The back of the box looks as so. It has some beautiful artwork of Miss Yasmin on it. The box reads, do you believe in pixies? Because modern day pixies believe in fantasy fashion, sharing the magic and spreading their wings. And then there's more writing here that says she's got wings and you've got bling. Because the wings that the dolls are wearing turn into a ring for you. But oh, this art style is really, really good. I feel like it perfectly matches the vibe of the dolls. You know what I mean, you see what I'm saying. Absolutely stunning. And once again, it's really the details for me with these dolls. I feel like MGA is a very clever, sort of detail-oriented company, and generally products that come out of them are quite impressive. And my little detail-oriented brain really appreciates this. So I'm trying to get the thing out of the box. We know that Bratz are the worst dolls to open because they are the hardest. Even harder than Rainbow High now. I so wish my ability to get sick could be like transferred into my like ability to earn money or something, you know? Like I feel like people have like certain skill sets and my skill set seems to just be becoming ill. Like I can do it constantly all the time. But other people are just like have that same style of skill that they like transfer onto like useful things like making money or I don't know, working out, building muscle, you know, stuff like that. That would be cool if that were me. I did have a good couple of years though where I like never got sick, but it was probably because I was wearing a mask all the time because it was the pandemic. No, you got it. And it's really these like sinus-borne illnesses that I keep getting that like fuck me up because I have like bad sinus issues anyway. This one will linger on months, probably. I just got over the gypsy flu. Anyway, here we are. She's out of the box. She's on her little card. I really didn't have that hard of a time. I just took my time and cut all the tape, which, you know, with an impatient person, sometimes it's hard. I mean, come on. Come on. She's absolutely stunning. She's absolutely gorgeous. On the back here, this is the instructions for your ring. Don't really care. And this is the nightmare that we'll be getting into next, which if I recall correctly, the last time I did one of these, it really wasn't that bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping tea ties. Gonna be vacuuming after this. Really trying to get all the tea ties up. So my mother is gonna be coming to my apartment and I want it to look clean for her so she doesn't judge me. So why do they have to tape it down, you know? I found some new doll channels, you guys. Let's see if I can remember the names. The first one is Girl Underwater. I'm obsessed with her. First of all, she does content that is like very like hang out and chill. She clearly is just a woman that loves dolls and loves to talk about dolls and loves to enjoy dolls. And she has a friend, something about bunnies in 2001. What is the name? Here's the ring, it just fell out. Bunny Party 2001 is her friend. And these two girls tend to get in each other's channels. They sit around, they hang out, they open dolls. They open all kinds of dolls, but like together they like to open like old Bratz dolls. And it's just so much fun to watch. They're just giggling and laughing and having a wonderful time. So if you don't follow them, they've been around a while, obviously, because they have nice, substantial viewership on their channels. I would highly recommend. But one thing that they seem to do quite often is like redo the hair of their dolls. And Girl Underwater got the Sasha from this line and she redid her hair and it's so beautiful. And I keep saying I'm not a hair play person, but in future, with these dolls, I really like to give them like fairy fantasy hairdos. I like the hair that they come with, but I feel like they could be more fairy coated, you know what I mean? And so that'll be a future endeavor for us. So if you're interested in hair play, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. And if you think it's funny to watch somebody who has like no hair skills try and do hair, hello. I'm here for you. I feel like I can always get it together in the end. It's just a real struggle for me. Come on, man. Just when I thought I clipped everything on the back. There's always friggin' more. It never fails. All the plastic is falling out, but the doll is still stuck. Oh wait, there she is. She's literally strapped in by her hair. Look at her swing around. Good thing she can fly. Oh wait, her wings fell off. She can't fly. She's just plummeting to the earth. Oh, this hair color is so pretty on Yasmin. I love when they give her like sort of an auburn hair. I just think it looks so pretty with her skin tone. That's a rat's nest now. Okay, no worries if not. Her hair is just down. That'll be easy to style. Get like a side bang with some like twisties. Okay, bitch. All right. Hang her wings back on. Oh my God, she's so fucking pretty. So fucking gorgeous. Okay. I'm gonna stop staring and I'm gonna show her to you. She's very, very pretty. Like, I feel like recently I've really been coming around to Yasmin because in these lines they've been doing her with like sort of, it's not so much a darker skin tone, it just has a different undertone. And I really think it's so, so pretty. And I love when they do it with this sort of auburn shade hair. But anyway, let's start talking about this particular Yasmin with the top of her gorgeous head. She's got that auburn hair. She's got a little bit of a side part, which is fun. I feel like we're not seeing enough side parts in dolls, just like the variation. And I love that for her. Her hair is just down. It looks bad at the bottom because that's where they put the gel, unfortunately. So it's like ready and it looks as stinky and bad, but that's fine because she'll get a beautiful hair washing and we'll give her a beautiful hairstyle. Pretty, extremely pretty, especially with this sort of, I don't know, she's got like more of an olive undertone, I think, than some of the other dolls, and I think it's so gorge. The face. Look at this face, please. These are some of the most interesting and beautiful makeup looks I've ever seen on a Playland doll. She's got the Bratz style of eyebrows, which I think is really, really pretty. I love this aesthetic of sort of like the painterly strokes in these like thin little eyebrows. Ugh, I think it's so beautiful. There's also like gel all over her head, but no worries if not. The eye makeup though is where this doll is absolutely shining. Are you kidding me? So on the lid is a shimmery blue shade. All the way up to the eyebrow is a beautifully blended pink shade. The blend on that is so gorgeous to me. I love what they're doing on these dolls with like the multiple creases in the eyelid. I think that's so fun. And then under the eye, a shimmery pink. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's so pretty. Her lashes are in bunches of 2. That's something they're doing with this line, which I think is really nice. She's got her little beauty mark there. Can you see it? Will it focus? And this one has the brown eyes. I feel like they changed her eye color quite a bit, but I love a brown eyed doll. You know that about me, so I'm happy to see it. She's got just a little light blushing on the cheeks. It's a very cool toned pink, but the lips, bitch, I love this lip color for her. It's just a very soft, light, cool toned pink, and then it's got a beautiful dark liner, which is also very cool toned. Love that for her. I don't know, there's something about the cool tone of the makeup with the warm tone of her skin. Like, are you freaking kidding me? These dolls are so gorgeous, I can't. She has a singular earring that's sort of like beads, like wrapped up and shoved through the ear, which I think is really unique and interesting. She only has the one, and I only wear one earring too, so like, we're twinning. The wings on this one, I mean, they're all gorgeous. I love this sort of transparent plastic. I'm a big fan of that, just like generally, and they have so much movement to them because of the way the light catches. But hers are in a cool tone pink shade, and then they blend out to sort of a clear at the tips, which is very, very gorgeous, very, very pretty. Those wings are like harness style. They do clip onto the waist, as you can see. It makes it a little difficult to get them on a stand, if I'm being honest, but you can finagle it and make it work. All my other ones are standing and it's fine. Let's look at this freaking outfit, because the outfit is better in person than it is online. So first of all, the shirt. It's a high neck shirt, which I love a high neck shirt with no sleeves on it. It's just like one of my favorite styles, and it's cropped, which is my other favorite style. It has a lot of dimension and detail because of the way the satin shines, as you can see. The base of the shirt is a light pink, and then it's got an accent of like a darker sort of magenta pink, which is so pretty. But like the shining glory of the shirt is that little freaking flower detail. Like, look at the dimension because of all the textures. The first layer is sort of like an organza layer. I believe it is heat sealed. It has like a lot of shimmer and shine to it, which is so gorgeous. There's a tiny bead at the center in pink. And then the underlayer is sort of like a flatter texture than all of the other things she's wearing. And I just, look at it. Look at the dimension. Look at the shine. Look at it. Just look at it. It's gorgeous, okay? I'm just gonna remove these wings for the purposes of talking about the back. This is one thing about them too, they do get tangled in the hair quite a bit, but I feel like once you wash it out, it'll be less bad. The back of the top looks like this. The neck piece is held on with Velcro, and the piece that wraps around her body is held on with Velcro. This Velcro is like the middle of the road Velcro. It's fine. It's not as nice as the one that Mattel uses, if I'm honest. So the pants, this is the part where I'm like, are you kidding? Because I feel like the stock photos didn't do these pants justice. The top of it has a sort of poly chiffon layer, so it's sort of see-through, and it's like a little skirt thing. It is not a separate piece. It's attached to the pants, but that's fine by me. She's wearing sort of a capri length pant, which I think is so early 2000s. So I love that sort of callback to the original time period these dolls come from. But the body of the pants, bitch, are you kidding me? Look at them. Look at them. It must be a satin, but there's like a coating over them with silver that makes them shine in such an extraordinary way. And I love the light blue shades that they've chosen to go with this pink. It's so ethereal and gorgeous. Like, are you kidding me? And then the bottom of the pants have this sort of like petal-esque detail in that chiffon fabric that matches the skirt up here. The skirt has finishing on it, but the hems don't. They must be heat sealed. They don't seem to be fraying. And like, this is one of those things, once again, like if you're going to use this type of fabric on a doll scale, it can get bulky if you start hemming it. So I like that it has the movement and flow that it has. I love the little points at the front. It's so petal-esque. It's so gorgeous, but it's also like not on the nose. Do you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? So if you take the wings off this doll, you could take these pieces, separate them, and then just make like a normal girl walking down the street, which is so great for accessorizing and restyling, and I love it so freaking much. The purse on this one, random green edition. I don't know. I think it does something. I love it. So it's kind of like, it almost looks like a cabbage that she tied up with some strings, and the strings on the bag are the same color as the earring. It's like she used the same string for both, which I love. It's so fun. It gives that sort of like earthy, I created my outfit by myself look, bitch. Absolutely. And since they are girls with a passion for fashion, that feels like something they would do. The last thing on this freaking doll is the shoes. And I'm loving the shoe molds that they're using for these dolls. They're so interesting. So these are obviously a pretty simple design, just an open-toed little sandal, but they have this beautiful flower on top. They're in like a shimmery, beautiful pink, but on the back, bitch, look at the little bow tail. Okay. They've got a sling bag. I think a lot of the shoes in this line have a sling bag, which is super fun. And I feel like they're like very 2000s coded, in my opinion, because I had shoes like this back in the day. And then they have that same heel that all the other dolls had that has like this little like cap on the end. These heels are flimsy. They're not the best. That's probably, in my opinion, like the weakest, like specifically the heel, the weakest like function that the doll has. The rest of the functions are beautiful and perfect, and I love them so much. Let's give her her wings back. It's all stuck together. I like want one piece in the front, but this is hopeless. Also the gel in the hair, that's also Debbie Downer, because the hair is so soft and beautiful, and then the gel has to go and ruin it. That is Miss Yasmin from the new Bratz Fashion Pixiez line, and I'm obsessed and I love her so much. But let's see if Jade can give her a run for her money. Here we are. This is Fashion Pixiez Jade. And when I first saw like the lineup of these dolls, this one was my favorite. And looking at her in box, I'm like, ugh, she's perfect. I feel like she's kind of like unique compared to the other ones. I feel like her outfit's giving like a little more fantasy. And I freaking love that they gave her sort of an Asian inspired top to call back to her heritage. Okay. And so let's just have a quick look at the box. We just saw a box. This one is the same as Yasmin's, the upside down trapezoid shape, but we've got a mostly pink box here. So cute, so fun, so goodgy. The rest of it's exactly the same besides this gorgeous freaking art of the doll. I mean, that is just so stunning. The top, her little handle here, which is my other favorite part, real cute. But that's enough of the box for now. Let's open her, let's get her out of here. So let me know down below, everybody. What have you been buying these days as far as dolls or doll adjacent things? What have you been liking? Obviously for me, it's the Bratz. I can't get enough of Bratz. I think everything they're doing is so fun and interesting. I'm also loving my Labubu collection. Obviously, we've done quite a few videos in recent about them. And I just opened a Playline Barbie doll. If you didn't see that video, I'll link it down below. But she was a valiant effort for me. Like, the Bratz are still quality-wise better, and obviously design, they're giving a more elevated design, but this was a really nice Barbie. It was the Twinning Looks doll, and the concept of those is so camp and fun to me that I had to try one out, and I was pleasantly surprised. And with Barbie, there's the new line of deluxe styles, which look really nice. They went back to the Barbie core aesthetic, which I'm really happy about, because that's my favorite aesthetic for Barbie. And there's some unique stuff in there, so I'm like, is it because of Bratz? You have to put in a little effort. You're gonna try a little harder because Bratz is coming for your crown. And I don't know. I have a whole theory about the Bratz Barbie fight, specifically in the modern era. And my notion that we've got Isaac Larian, the CEO of MGA. And that's also not a publicly traded company, so they're beholden to nobody. So there's also that aspect. And then there's Mattel, which is a publicly traded company run by Jan Kreitz. And my opinion of these CEOs, we've always got the sort of personality styles with the CEOs, right? And I feel like we got Jan Kreitz, who only is looking at bottom line. He wants to make that $200 million profit from Mattel. I really can't get this doll out of here. Hello? What are you stuck on? Oh, more tape. And then we've got Isaac Larian, who obviously wants to make money. He's a CEO, but there seems to be other driving factors to his personality. He enjoys winning. He enjoys getting attention. So he does attention-grabbing things that are also somewhat clever, and he also seems to want to put more quality and design into his dolls to win. And I don't know what winning necessarily means to him, but you know, the more people talking about his products on the internet or anywhere is more attention, more clout, more fame. And I feel like because of that aspect to like the personality of the man, we are getting incredible products like this. And to be honest with you, all companies are bad. All corporations are evil. But if there's specific evil parts of somebody's personality that can provide us with nice things, we should be grateful. And here we are, looking beautiful, looking unique, looking stunning, looking gorgeous. And now we're gonna try to unbox her. Really struggled getting that one out of the box. I think there was more tape than the others. Here she is. This is my Target girl. I don't know that it matters where you buy them. She's got black tea ties for some reason, but okay, work, bitch. And we're gonna cut them. We're gonna just cut them. Every single one. Yeah, I'm really just interested these days in like the psychology of how things work. It's one of my like hyper focuses, I do suppose. I'm fascinated by personalities that are the complete opposite to mine. You know, the one that like doesn't care about people, that sort of like evil, charming, able to like draw people in and then like keep them there for whatever reason. I'm really fascinated by it because it's so in opposition to like my core values and beliefs, and I just want to understand how it works. And I've got coming up, I'm afraid to edit it because it's gonna be hard, a story about my BJDs that kind of like talks about this specific issue. So if you're interested in that, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. This box is really sticky. It's just stuck to me. That's some good tape. I wonder what kind it is. Yeah. Oh God, I keep pulling shards of her hair through the bag. Just when you think, what just fell? The ring. Here it is. I mean, if you ever go to like a fairy themed party, you and your friends are covered for handwear with these dolls. So, I mean work, right? I don't understand how she's still this attached to the box when I cut every single tea tie on the back. How? How? How, bitch? Explain it to me. Okay, this one's really tea tied in, like on the sleeves, and I ripped a hole through one of the sleeves. That's upsetting. FYI, check your sleeves on your Jade dolls. Don't rip holes in them like I did. Ugh, so annoying. How is she still fucking attached to the box? How? With what? List? Oh, I found it. That one thing was the only thing holding her in. And here we are. I got her out of the box. Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, this, oh no, of course there's product in it. I was gonna say there's absolutely no product in this hair. There's just the tiniest bit just at the very bottom. Like why? Otherwise, perfectly soft, perfect hair. Wow. Oh my God. Okay. Look at the light hitting her face. Okay, I'm obsessed. Okay. So let's start with the review of this absolutely stunning queen with the top of her gorgeous head. She's got her hair in a half up, half down style. We've seen this one before on the Sasha, but Sasha had a different hair texture. This hair texture is really straight, and it's just black. It's shining blue, but there is no blue in this one. It is simply black. And I love Jade with black hair because it feels like her natural hair color, you know what I mean? She's got some sort of blonde eyebrows, which is interesting. There are painterly strokes in them, but they're almost undetectable, which is interesting considering they're so light. The eyes, guys, these eyes. Okay, first of all, red and green are complementary colors. So both the eyes themselves and the red makeup are just bouncing off this bitch's face, and it's in such a gorgeous way. Like, are you kidding me? Let the siren go by. Once the sirens start, they're not gonna stop. I got through one whole doll though without hearing a siren. So that was cool. Put your guesses in the comment section down below. How many more sirens will we hear during this video? I'd say at least 2 more. Let's get back to the face. Okay, so the lid has just a really beautiful shiny silver shade. Simple, stunning. She's got those 2 creases that I'm really obsessed with, but hers are in a dark freaking red shade, and it's so pretty. And then there's that beautiful blended pink, and it doesn't hit the eyebrow quite, but it goes almost all the way up. The only thing that would have made this makeup look a little bit better is if they put like a shine just under the brow bone. That would have like 10 on 10, sold it. Her top lashes are a beautiful black shade in those bunches of 2, which I just think is so pretty. I don't know, it does something for me. But the bottom lashes, are you joking? The bunches of 2, the red eyeliner, the red lashes. Oh my God. And she's got the glowing green eyes, but I just think that was such a good design decision to give her those green eyes with this red makeup, because look at it. The makeup pops, the eyes pop. There's something so unique about the way that she looks, and I just can't get over it. So the cheeks have just a little bit of blush on them, nothing to write home about, but the lips, bitch. If we're giving Jade a red lip, this is the moment for Jade and her red lip, because look at them. They're just vibrating off her face. I just think it's gorgeous. I think it's so stunning. This makeup for me is probably one of the strongest makeup looks I've truly ever seen on any doll ever. It is just good color choice, good design, and I'm in love so much. So the other thing we're looking at on the head are her cute little earrings. They're like little bow shapes in a shiny pink with some like loop-de-doos. They're fun. It's kind of like an infinity symbol almost with a bow. I don't know, I like it a lot. It looks like an embroidery shape that my friend was trying to make the other day. Her wings are of course a red wing, and the red is really doing it for me on this doll. Beautiful light catching textured wings with the red fading out into the clear. I love it. I love the see-through. Those are friggin' stunning and gorgeous. Okay, I don't know, I'll have to get them all together, but there's something about the way the red works with her that I think is like the strongest of the wings. I'm not sure though. The outfit. It's a little bit more fantasy and fairy coded than the rest of the outfits, but I also still feel if you pulled these pieces apart, you could make some non-fantasy outfits out of them. And these little bloomers are super trendy now. Like I keep seeing girls just walking down the street in bloomers. So like, on trend. Here comes the next siren. So her top is a pink sort of Asian inspired top. I'm not sure which Asian culture this one is referencing. I think it could be Japan and it could be China. Somebody let me know for sure in the comment section down below. But it's got a beautiful high neck, and then it's got a little tiny ruffle detail on it. Like, are you kidding me? Okay. It's in a beautiful sort of brocade satin fabric. The design is in pink, but also in gold. And look at the way that shines in the light, honey. Okay. She's got little pink details on this top, as you can see here. She's got some little red bows and a beautiful cherry blossom at the neck. And there's a little bead at the center of that. And is that white or pink? I think it's in light pink, but the center, are you kidding me? Can you see it on camera? The center of it has like a pink detail. I can't get it to focus. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? So much detail, so gorgeous. There's also a little matching ruffle to the neck at the bottom, and then she's got her sort of like petal-shaped sleeves in a pink. And there is like iridescent thread running through that. Can you see it? And the finish on those sleeves is just a little serged edge, which I think is appropriate in this situation because we don't want to have too much bulk. We want the flutter and the flow, okay? Gorge. The back is just held on with a little piece of Velcro, the same middle of the road kind as all of the other dolls. But these little shorts, the color of those, it just like vibrates. There's like a quality to it that is just so stunning. And those are just made out of satin, but the light hitting the satin is like so gorgeous to me. There's a little belt running through it in sort of an iridescent pink shade. It shimmers and shines in the light just like everything else. I love this little ruffle detail at the bottom. These are heat sealed at the bottom. They've got a little hem at the top, held on by Velcro. I love this look. There's something so modern and fresh about it, but it's also like a callback to a different time period, and it's also so fantasy coded. This to me is like a perfect look. I love it more than anything. Okay, her purse is a sort of cherry blossom shape. It's got a little purple detail at the center. It's in pink, but it sort of has an iridescent shimmer to it. She's got gold details on that. So there's like multiple different colors in it. I love that so much. And I love these little dangles. It's so fun. I wish they had a little bit more movement to them, but you know, this doll did only cost $22, so we can only have so much. Shoes are different, everybody. They're different. They have a different shaped heel, but it's still like coated in the same way. It's just like a thicker heel. It still has a little cap on it. This is much sturdier than all of the other heels, if I'm honest. So another point for Jade here. She's got little wraps around the ankle, which is so cute. Every time you see Fantasy, you see something like that. Also got a little sling back in the back there and little bows for the ties around the ankles. I love it. She's got a little design that sort of matches her earring design on the top of her shoes. They're just shimmering in pink, and we've got 2 different shades on there. Simple, but really pretty, really cute. It's also blending in with my Juicy Couture tracksuit. And here's the next siren. All right, that siren is passed, and it is time for my final thoughts, and the sirens start again immediately. I should just go fuck myself, right? Those are the last 2 Bratz Fashion Pixiez that I shall be adding to my collection, and it is time for my final thoughts on these dolls. The dolls retail for $25. For some reason, they're selling them for $22, and I think that's a very fair price for what you're getting here. First of all, you're getting a gorgeous Brat doll. That's number 1. Number 2, there's incredible design in these. Like, somebody put a lot of time and effort in coming up with a fantasy design that feels new, but also calls back to the early 2000s, where the Bratz came from. And I'm so happy to see it. Like, this caliber of design and quality in a playline doll is just what my little brain loves to see and loves to have in my collection. I can't get over the faces. I think these are some of the most beautiful doll faces that I have ever seen. I feel like they could even potentially rival some face-ups done by a solo artist. Like, the quality and design in those faces are just impeccable to me. I obviously love the fairy fantasy theme. I'm kind of like super into this like fantasy vibe lately. It's a great way to escape from reality because reality is ain't great right now, okay? The clothes that are fantasy, but also like so like tailored to the specific character. The quality of the sewing, the quality of the fabrics, the quality. It's just the thing that I can't stop saying, because when you're comparing this as a $25 doll to a Mattel doll that's a $25 doll, it's like a dramatic difference. And you know what I mean. Even you Barbie people do have to admit that part. And overall, I just love these, and they're honestly some of my favorite dolls in my collection right now. I just feel like Bratz is really on an upward trajectory as far as design and quality goes, and I just hope that they continue doing this exact same thing with innovative designs as we carry on in the future. So that's all for the sit-down portion of the video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed seeing these dolls, but now it is time to finally reveal my beautiful Cottagecore display and rank the Bratz Fashion Pixiez, so we find out who my favorite is once and for all. We finally made it to the moment, everybody. This is my little Cottagecore display. I made it for one of my ball jointed dolls, my little Woods Witch. We're gonna feature her in a later video, but it was always scaled a little bit too small for her, and it might even still be scaled a little bit too small for these Bratz. But I think they look really cute in it, and I'm really happy about it. So I've obviously got my 2 girls in here. They've been sitting in here a while, and they've been lonely for their friends. But now it's time to add their friends to the mix. And I'm working on these stands. I want to get them the right height. I always cut the tops off of these for Bratz, but it's especially important for these Fashion Pixiez because of their wings. So let's see how much we need to cut off. And I do like a little slash. I break it off and then I just round out these corners so it doesn't stab me or the doll. And the fucking sirens. We've already heard like 6. So my number was dramatically lower than the reality of the situation. These scissors are bad. If you use better scissors, it'll be better for you. And if you're not liking how stabby it is, you can always sand it down, which I feel like this one really needs. I'm gonna grab some sandpaper real quick. And like, she's raggedy as fuck, but I'm just gonna use like a nail file and sand this down. I plan to vacuum the floor, so this should work out just fine. So that's smooth enough for me. It's just not stabby anymore. Jade, I'll do some rearranging once everybody gets in, but there's Yasmin They definitely need some rearranging, and I'll have to rearrange this whole little setup that I have here probably, but let's do that. I like don't want to be on camera because I'm ugly and sick. But let's see what we can do here. In what order do I want them? Let's maybe move some stuff around. It broke because it cost $1 and I glued it and it looks bad, but we'll just turn it so you can't see that part. In what order do we put them in? How do we decide? There's so many decisions to be made. Perhaps I should just try some things. I feel like these two, well, we got green and purple bulk. We've got blue and yellow. We've got pink and blue. And we've got pink and green. I don't want these two next to each other. That much I can tell. And if she's next to her. No, that's not right either. Maybe I need to move you here. What if you're on the end? That I think I'm liking. I'd like to pose them all cutesy. I think you need to move over as far as possible, just so I can make sure everybody's in. I think maybe some like to the side, like this. Don't you? Maybe we do like these two in the same way. I like want them all to look out. Chloe's wings are stabbing. Now these wings are stabbing her. Maybe everybody needs a little bit of a turn so nobody's stabbing anybody. What does that look like? Cute. Okay, work. That's moving in the direction I want it in. I just want them to have cute little poses now, so let's find some cute poses for them. Like, I love like a turned in foot and like a knee pop. So let's see if we can do that for her. I love her earrings, they're so pretty. She can just be carrying the bag like that. What does that look like? Really pretty. The one main problem with Bratz is their like inability to look down. Even the old head mold that everybody's like, it's better, and it's better mobility, it doesn't. It's still shitty. Okay. And sometimes what I do to fake it is I'll just bend their bodies a little bit. So let's see if we can do that a little bit for her. That's better. And I think this pose is so cute. Oh my God, she looks so good. Okay. So Miss Chloe is next. I love a brat with a hand like this. I think it's so cute. I actually don't love these arms, and I wish they all just had those little like flicky outy hands on the normal arms because I like them better for brats, which is so funny because I'm such an articulation person, but I don't know what it is. I just think brats look better on their original body. Her ponytail's heavy, so her head's gonna lean. It wants to lean backward. I want you to be like, so, okay. Okay, maybe that's too far for her head. Can people turn their necks that far? I can. I have a hypermobile neck. It's gross. I can like turn my head all the way around. I am the exorcist. Here's the issue. Her heel is collapsing because, like I said, the heels on these dolls are not sturdy. See, all it wants to do is collapse. Oh no. Come on, girl. You can do it. She can't do it. Her heel just is collapsed. For now, we're gonna pull the pants down over it and pretend like it doesn't exist. When we do all the stuff with the hair on these dolls, I'll straighten that back out with some heat. But for now, we're gonna have to leave it. It's bothering me, but it's fine. We're just gonna have to go with the flow today. Maybe just slightly outward. Cute. I can't wait to redo their hair. Also, like the hypermobility backwards is gross. Actually, is it cute? I love these pants. Oh man, they're just so freaking gorgeous. Her heels are holding up a little better than Chloe's, but Chloe's been standing like this for longer. Hers will probably collapse too. This hair looks really messy, but I think Her body position is really cute. Tell me why. I want her head more turned outward, like so. This is what I do all day, every day with these dolls. I spend hours just doing this, and this is my favorite freaking thing to do. That is so cute. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I'm just gonna move this stuff for now. We'll put it back later. What should we do with you? The hand holding the bag is kind of stuck straight because some of these bags are so heavy. This one's not as heavy. This one probably wouldn't be, but it's heavier than this one. Let's see. What can we do with you that's a little bit different? I love that the sleeves like cover her hands. I think that's so pretty. I love a flicked wrist. You could probably tell from all my doll displays. Let's give her cute little turned-in feet. And maybe she's just like that. Is it cute? Okay. Let's try that. I think I want her like that. Let's turn her little head, maybe a little cock to the side. Oh, I love it. I liked it better before. She's one that needs like a little forward tilt, I think. Yeah, she looks a little awky from some angles, but from some angles she looks perfect, and I think that's how I'm gonna leave it for now. That's how the Fashion Pixies will be until it's time to redo their hair, and then maybe we'll try something else. But that's it, everybody. That's the moment I have been waiting for months, and I'm so happy to finally have the 4 main Bratz girls in their pixie form, and I just think these dolls are so stunning, and I think that they suit the aesthetic of my little cottagecore display perfectly, and I'm really happy to have them in there because I love this display because it's one of the only dioramas I have, so it's nice to get a little variety in there. Pretty. Okay, it's time to rank them. And this is extremely difficult for me because I feel like there's something to absolutely love about every single doll. How do I pick a last place? Like, are you kidding? I wish I hadn't said that I would rank them because I feel like I can't, but it has to be done because I promised I would. All right, I'm taking them as like a full picture, like the whole doll, like every single piece, like which one from the factory came with the strongest design, and that includes makeup, hair, shoes, and clothes. I'm not taking the quality, I guess, into consideration. So, okay, I'm debating between 2 for 4th place, and it's really difficult because I love them all so much. But, okay, well, I'm really bouncing back and forth because I don't know. Okay, I've made my decision. 4th place goes to Miss Yasmin here. And like, I'm saying that she's in 4th place, but I would rank her 10 out of 10. Her whole aesthetic, her outfit, her vibe, her hair, her face is gorgeous to me. Like 10 on 10 doll, absolutely. There's just some designs that I feel like are stronger than hers. And I feel like maybe her color palette is a little bit simple and expected for Yasmin. And that's why I'm ranking her in 4th place, but that doesn't stop me from thinking she's gorgeous. And specifically, like, these pants in the light are just so much more beautiful in person than I could ever imagine. Her makeup is gorgeous. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. It's just like, there has to be a last place and therefore she's it. You know what I mean? In 3rd place is Sasha. Of course, I think she's stunning, and she may have gotten bumped up because she was the first one I opened, and like I was so impressed with her, but I just think that her design is just a little more interesting. than Yasmin's. I love this little skirt detail up here a little bit more than I love this skirt detail. I think her shoes are a little bit more interesting than her shoes. And maybe she's a little bit more unexpected, which is like what I'm vibing with. And I also love the use of this like darker green on her. I think that's very like foresty. Do you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Like she's calling back to earth and she's like a little bit more like in the sky. I don't know. But it's like the earthy aspect of her that I'm vibing with just a little bit more than Yasmin. So this is my number 3 girl and she's on 11 out of 10 doll. Perfect, love her so much. My second place, and this is probably not gonna come as a surprise, is Miss Chloe here. And I feel like from the beginning when I saw these dolls, the two that I gravitated to the most were these two. It's the uniqueness of this Chloe's freaking face that really took her to the second place position. This concealer lip with this dark liner is something you literally rarely see on a doll, and I gravitate towards anything unique and interesting. Also, her blue makeup and her blue eyes is really like vibrating that face, and it just draws my attention maybe a little bit more than these two. I also really like this outfit, perhaps a little bit more than these two outfits, but it's like so minuscule, it's almost like a non-existent. And I love just like the pop of yellow and the pop of gold. Like, I don't know. I really don't know why my eyes just go to her, and that's why she gets second place. That's a 12 out of 10 doll. So of course that leaves my original favorite, Miss Jade, in first place. I couldn't help it. This design for me is absolutely fresh and modern. It's like literally right now, the bloomers literally be seeing girls in those walking down the street, okay? I love that they're calling back to her heritage with the sort of Asian inspired top. I love that they gave her these green eyes with that red makeup. That face is poppin'. It is poppin'. And the same thing with the outfit. It's like the color combination for her that like absolutely draws my eye to her the most when I look at these dolls in a group. She's fantasy, she's current, and she's callback. And that's why I love her so much, and that's why she gets the number 1 spot for me. This is a 13 out of 10 doll. She's perfect. She's beyond perfect. She's the ultimate. I love her so much. But I really love all of these dolls so much. That's the thing. I think this is one of the strongest doll lines on the market right now. Us adult collectors are really looking to get that dopamine hit, get that escape from reality, and maybe call back to a simpler time. And these dolls are doing all of those things. The design is impeccable, the makeup is impeccable, the dolls are beautiful, and I'm just like really so grateful right now to have them in my collection and be able to like experience them every day. They're such a vibe. And so that's gonna be it for me today with the new Bratz Fashion Pixiez dolls. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the little notification bell so you don't miss more content about these stunning girls. And we hope you have a wonderful time. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. Goodbye.